Sometimes, the most emotional BTS moments are not the ones happening under the brightest lights. They are the quiet seconds, a glance, a small gesture, a moment when one member notices another before anyone else does. And during BTS's recent Soundcheck, one such moment involving Taehyung and Jungkook caught the attention of ARMY. There was no dramatic announcement, no big performance, just Taehyung showing a seemingly simple act of attention toward Jungkook. Yet for fans watching closely, that little moment carried something much bigger. Because after everything BTS has experienced together, moments like these can feel deeply personal. And what made ARMY emotional was not simply what Taehyung did. It was the natural way he did it, almost as if looking after Jungkook had become second nature. So, what exactly made this Soundcheck moment so touching? And why did such a brief interaction leave so many fans feeling emotional? Let's look closer at the moment that reminded ARMY why the smallest BTS interactions can sometimes mean the most. A quiet moment before the storm. Before a major BTS performance begins, Soundcheck offers fans a completely different atmosphere. The lights may already be shining, the stage may already be ready, but the members are still preparing, moving around, checking the sound, and enjoying those precious moments with the audience before the main concert. It is a more relaxed side of BTS, and that is exactly why fans often pay attention to the smallest details. During this Soundcheck, Taehyung's attention toward Jungkook became one of those moments. It was not presented as a dramatic scene. There was no need for exaggerated words. Instead, the emotion came from the simplicity of the interaction. Taehyung appeared attentive to Jungkook, creating a warm moment that fans immediately noticed. For ARMY, these details can feel different from the carefully prepared moments of a performance. Because when the atmosphere is relaxed, even a tiny gesture can feel incredibly genuine. And that is where this story becomes more emotional. Because sometimes, what touches fans most is not what happens on stage, but what happens naturally between the members when they are simply being themselves. And this was only the beginning. Why Taehyung's attention felt so meaningful. At first glance, someone might ask, why would such a small gesture make ARMY emotional? The answer lies in the history BTS members have shared. Taehyung and Jungkook have spent years growing alongside each other. They have experienced exhausting schedules, enormous stages, international travel, celebrations, challenges, and countless unforgettable moments together. That history gives even the smallest interaction a different emotional weight. When fans see one member paying attention to another, they do not necessarily see just a few seconds. They see years of memories behind those seconds. They see the journey. They see the friendship. But there was another reason fans became even more emotional. The moment reminded them of something BTS has always shown in different ways. That behind the global fame, there are still people who can care about each other in the smallest moments. And that brings us to the heart of this story. The emotion behind the smallest gestures. There is something fascinating about fandom culture. Millions of people can watch the same performance. But sometimes, one tiny gesture becomes the moment everyone remembers. Why? Because emotion does not always come from something huge. The emotional beauty can remain exactly where it is. A member showing attention to another member. That alone can be meaningful. In an industry where every movement can be captured by cameras and interpreted by millions of people, natural moments can feel especially precious. There is something comforting about seeing artists who can still share small, human interactions despite living under enormous public attention. And perhaps that is why ARMY reacted with so much affection. Because they were not simply watching BTS perform. It is a timeline filled with memories. Every era has its own emotions. Every tour has its own atmosphere. Every comeback creates moments that fans remember long after the stage lights disappear. That is why small interactions can become so powerful. A few seconds can remind fans of years of shared history. And during this Soundcheck, Taehyung's attention toward Jungkook created exactly that kind of emotional connection. Fans saw something simple, but emotionally, it opened a much bigger door. That feeling is universal. And perhaps that is why this particular interaction reached fans beyond language and geography. Whether someone discovered BTS through Kpop, K-drama culture, social media, or a friend, emotional moments like this can create the same reaction. That warm feeling of seeing people care about each other. And just when the moment seemed simple enough to understand, it became something even more memorable. When a few seconds become a memory. The most beautiful thing about this soundcheck moment may be how quickly it happened. This moment became another example of that. Not because it proves something beyond what was shown. Not because it needs a complicated explanation, but because it captured something wonderfully human. Attention, warmth, familiarity, and the comfort of seeing two people who have shared so much of their lives together. For fans, that can be deeply moving, because the world often focuses on BTS as global superstars. The stadiums, the awards, the records, the massive performances. Taehyung's attention toward Jungkook during Soundcheck may have lasted only a short moment, but for many ARMY, it became a reminder of why they continue to treasure BTS beyond the music itself. It was a simple interaction, a quiet moment, a glimpse of warmth between members who have shared an extraordinary journey. And maybe that is the real reason it touched so many hearts. Because when someone you care about is surrounded by thousands of people, having someone notice them can mean everything. So now, ARMY, we want to hear from you. Did Taehyung's attention toward Jungkook during this soundcheck also make you emotional? Was it the kind of small BTS moment that made you smile without even realizing it? And more importantly, which simple Taehyung and Jungkook moment has stayed in your heart the longest? Purple heart, bear face, rabbit face.